Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Today we're here to discuss a sensitive topic that has been plaguing men for hundreds, if not thousands of years.
Okay, and what topic is that?
Simping.
Simping. Let's see. For those of us who don't know what simping is, you want to break it down for us, maybe?
Yes. Simping. The dictionary defines simping as a foolish person. However, Urban Dictionary defines simping as a subservient or submissive man that is willing to go out of his way for a woman in order to win over the woman and stay in her good graces. Stay on topic. Now,
we have to cut that out.
I have 4 classifications of simping. We got the Meals on Wheels simp. Now, this is the type of guy who will buy meals, treat women to dinners, and expect nothing in return. Well, he expects something in return.
Isn't he hoping for something in return?
He's hoping for something in return, but she never reciprocates.
And you say Meals on Wheels.
Meals on Wheels.
So he hops in his car, he'll drive to wherever she is, take her out,
purchase the meal every damn
wine
time.
and dine. And he's doing it with the hopes, but also knowing that nothing's about to happen.
Well, he hopes, but then the lady usually knows. The ladies are very cunning. I'm pretty sure you know this. They know that it's not going anywhere, but they like, well, shit, it's a free meal. Excuse my language.
Edit it out. Okay.
We going live. All right. The second one.
Okay.
I call this the Pan Am simp.
What's that?
It's the one he fly women all over the country. Trying to show her a good time.
It's better than Meals on Wheels.
But it's not going anywhere.
At least she's getting to fly.
Yeah, she's getting to fly. His pockets are getting lighter.
But he's got a travel companion.
Okay. All right. This is why.
It's better than a dinner companion.
This is why I have a second. This is why I have a second chair here, so you get the.
He said I'm second banana.
So you can get the alternative facts.
Oh! Whatever.
All right.
Let's keep the politics out of this.
Okay. All right.
So we got Meals on Wheels. We got Pan Am. What else?
We got the Uber simp.
Oh, what's that?
It's the one he drives the women all over town. Woman never had to meet him anywhere. He picked the woman up. She like, hey, she could be 50 miles away, but he has to come pick her up. Never meeting halfway.
So that's probably half of the Meals on Wheels simp.
Yeah, it's not as crucial as Meals on Wheels, but nonetheless, it's no reciprocity taking place.
Gotcha. So come to me, pick me up, drive me around, bring me home, and leave you at the door.
Yeah, pretty much. You can come in and help me move some furniture around, or hey, my toilet clogged up, but you ain't staying the night. And she'll hit you with the whelp. I gotta go to work in the morning. Whelp, I'm tired.
It's that time.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta go to work in the morning. She don't even ask you to crash on the couch. You already know it ain't going down. All right.
Okay, so that's number 3.
And
is the best for last?
Well, last but not least.
Okay.
Is the cordial, is we sick boss simp.
Is we sick, boss?
Yes.
What is this?
I'm about to explain it. This is a simp. I don't call him a simp because.
Oh no, this is Simp 101.
Simp 101, yes, he is a simp. He's a simp. All right, this is a simp that he will agree with the woman no matter how foolish she acts or some of the crazy stuff that comes out of her mouth in order to stay in her good graces.
So he's just gonna agree with whatever.
Yeah, I mean it could just be.
How is that? Is we sick, boss?
Well, this like from.
I know you're from the South. I don't know all the terminology.
It's from the back in the day, the slavery days. When the slave was so loyal to his master that when the master got sick, he said, "We sick." You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, so we got 4 types of simps. Which one's the worst?
Oh man, I think
I know.
Pan Am simp might be
Right?
pretty bad. I mean, you know, because
if you're flying people around the world.
I mean, just out of town trips in general, you know. And I think the most crushing part about it is like when you take a woman out of town, obviously y'all gonna be rooming in the same hotel, and it's not going down. I mean, and here's the pitfalls, and I'm about to tell you the way out of it.
Okay.
All right, so like for the Pan Am simp, what you have to do, you have to establish before you even go out of town with a woman where the relationship is heading and where y'all stand. You know,
sounds like that'll work.
Simple conversation right there.
Well, you would think you would have that conversation before you pay for someone to go out of town.
You would think that, but a lot of guys, not
simps.
a lot of guys, yeah, they're simps, but
maybe they don't know.
Most guys, ignorance is bliss. That's one thing you got to remember. You don't want to bring it up because you don't want to hear the answer.
Right.
You want to be in this, you know, false reality like, okay, she likes me, that's why she's with me. If she didn't like me, she wouldn't be with me. Like, trust me.
Some women.
Some women. I mean, they get bored. I mean, hey, it's a free trip. You know what I'm saying? You gonna turn down a free trip? I mean, hey.
I don't think most women would.
Yeah, so you gotta establish.
So wait, are you saying that if a man invites a woman on a trip, then he's expecting something in return? Otherwise, he's a simp?
You raise a good point there. For you to take a woman out of town, for you to spend that amount of money on her, and you gotta keep in mind that like the money that you're spending on her, you can actually be putting towards somebody else or investing in yourself. So when you take a person out of town, in many respects, yeah, that's
in ultimately what you want to get out of her.
Oh, it's like relationship equity. That's what I would like to classify it as. I'm doing this for you because I think our relationship is moving in a positive direction, and that's why I'm bringing you out of town with me. You're my travel companion. We're dating. I mean, I'm not flying friends out of town. Not plutonic friends. I mean, you pay your own damn way. That's just me. That's just me, though.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And so you have, and now we can go back to the, is we sick boss? Simp. You don't have to disagree with everything a woman says. It's a fact of life that you're not going to agree with everybody. Stand on principles. That's usually what I do. You can disagree with somebody in a respectable way. If she says something that's asinine, which happens from time to time.
Asinine.
Yeah, you like that word. Just say, hey, I respectfully disagree. Me on the other hand.
I don't know how far that's going to get you.
Yeah, you know what? I hear what you're saying, but I respectfully disagree. It's like that. Like, I've dated women that
I'm out of here. I'm just kidding.
I have dated women who just disagree, just are argumentative for the sake of being argumentative. And some of the stuff that comes out of their mouth is, it's crazy. You wouldn't believe it.
And you have no problem disagreeing with them and telling them that they're wrong.
Absolutely. And then at the end of the day, believe it or not,
he's not lying. He really has no problem telling women that they're wrong and that he disagrees. But
by the same token, he respect you for that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you're in agreement with somebody and they're not making any sense, or it's out of your principles, you're essentially being disingenuous to yourself. So you're acting like a beta male. But when you tell somebody like, hey, I respectfully disagree, or like, this is the dumbest thing I heard all day, you're standing on your principles like, hey, this is how I feel.
Maybe not the dumbest thing you've heard all day. That's kind of harsh.
It is kind of harsh, but if it just depends on how outrageous it is.
You got how comfortable you are with the person.
You got to pull that card out.
Oh wow.
All right. So we got the
Meals on Wheels.
Meals on Wheels, Sam.
The I want to say Pan Am or Pan America.
Yeah. Well, we already got that one out the way. Meals on Wheels.
Okay.
All right. Going to restaurants, that's part of dating. We get that. But it comes a point in a relationship where you have to see some reciprocity. Where you want to see the lady catch a dinner check from time to time. I'm not saying she has to catch every other one or something like that, but I mean,
so how many checks should the guy pick up before the girl picks up a check?
I think 2 to 1. Y'all go out on 2 dates, and the third day she say, you know what, you pay for the first 2 dates. Let me get the second. It's only.
So that's a question for the audience: is how many dates should the guy pay for before the girl picks up the check? I think it's 3 to 1.
3 to 1.
I think on the 4th date, I like you. You've proven yourself. I'll pay for the meal on the 4th date.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. At first, I'm thinking like, are you crazy? But I'll get. Okay, 3 to 1. All right.
Because first date, the guy's still on his best behavior.
Yeah.
Second date, he's still trying to, fill things out.
Mm-hmm.
Third date, I feel like if a guy is just dating you to get one specific thing from you, he's probably not going to take you on 3 dates. So if you make it to the 4th date, I think he's legit interested in you and not just interested in what you can give him.
Okay. All right. So she's looking at it from that aspect right there.
We'll see if people agree.
All right. So another way to play it, if you're Meals on Wheels, is
so funny.
you could just tell the person like, hey, I'm trying to save up, because you are trying to save up. We're all trying to save. Let's go Dutch. One or two things are gonna happen here. She's saying no. One or two things are gonna happen.
Oh gosh, let's hear them.
When you say, hey, let's go. We're doing
dating this woman, and you're always paying and traveling, and you're gonna tell her to go Dutch.
No, it's at a point in the relationship where y'all don't know where you stand. You're still trying to, I guess, get into a relationship with her. Y'all not in the throes of a relationship, because if you were, you could pay for every bill that comes your way, because you know it's going to come back to you in some form or another. Now, when you just started dating somebody and you're in the gray zone in a relationship, when I say gray zone in a relationship, you don't know.
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean.
Where you stand right now? Are we friends?
Talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking.
I love that term, talking.
Yeah. This women love throwing it around.
We're just talking.
But I got off track for a minute.
Sorry, I think I distracted you.
One or two things need to happen. Mm-hmm. All right? One or two things gonna happen when you say, let's go Dutch. Like, hey, I'll pay mine and you pay yours.
I can guess the first thing.
What's the first thing that's gonna happen, please?
She's gonna say, oh, it's okay, never mind, I don't want to go out anymore.
Ding, ding, ding.
But then you lose as a man, because then you don't have your cute dinner date.
All right, but then by the same token, you just discovered that you're being used as Meals on Wheels. So
how many simps are going to say, it's okay, I'll still pick up the check and keep taking her out?
I mean, it might be something that's going to relent anyway, but it's a good barometer to see where you stand with the woman.
Okay.
All right, the second thing she's going to do, she's going to go on a date and she's going to pay for her own way. Now, pay close attention. When you go on a date with a person, when you're paying the tab, Yaru Chris, she ordering, porterhouse steaks, lobsters, them, that, with their macaroni, lobster, whoo, it's good. And then, like,
that's
okay.
pushing me out the frame.
But then when you go Dutch, she get fucking, Caesar salad. You know what I'm saying?
Like croutons,
water. Like water with lemon, you know what I'm saying? With some sugar on the side. Cheap ass. That's when you know, okay then.
And she wants to eat half of your steak.
Yeah, well.
Sharing is caring.
I can see that. Eat half of your steak,
But you ordered it, so you pay for it.
Yeah. Man, she might try to still slide, just try to make you pay for the check. If she order light, just go ahead and pay for it. Well, they still simping. Nah,
exactly.
You make her pay for
it. Almost got
hey, you know what I'm saying? All right. So, we got the Meals on Wheels out the way. We got the Pan Am out the way. We got the cordial, is we sick boss simp. All right, and we're missing one.
Meals on Wheels, Pan Am, is we sick.
Uber simp. All right. It's easy. It's reciprocity. I mean, if you've been dating a woman for a minute, she should be able to meet you halfway. Let's say y'all stay 30 miles away from each
I have
other.
friends that disagree.
All right.
Maybe they like simps, so I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I seen some of your friends. They love them. They love. This is between you and me, though.
Even though we're being filmed.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
All right. I didn't name names, so.
Please don't.
All right.
Outrageous.
So.
Uber simp.
Uber simp.
Uh-huh.
So here's what you do. Here's how you figure out if she with it, or if she just using you for a ride.
Sorry, I was showing him the time, but I keep distracting you. I know. I'm fired. I'm fired, you guys.
What you do is,
for a ride.
all right, you schedule a date.
Mm-hmm. We're having technical difficulties.
You schedule the date, and you say, all right, then, let's meet at. Let's throw a place out there. Let's throw what's the place? Chili's. I'll meet you at Chili's.
All that attitude.
Yeah, now you're specific, like, hey, let's meet at Chili's. You're letting her know, hey, I'm not coming to pick you up. I'm meeting you at a disclosed location.
Uh-huh.
And either she's gonna be like, okay, all right, I'll be there at, X day, X amount of time. She might be late. It's a given. Or she's gonna back out of it. Mm-hmm. That's gonna let you know. That's gonna reinforce the fact that she wants you to ride her around town, burn up all your damn petrol. All right.
Okay, so I think you've given some good tips. I understand the different types of simps, but if you had to say one takeaway tip or one thing that you want these guys to understand, what would that be?
If the one thing I've learned from dating is just have self-respect. I mean, I've been enamored with women in my lifetime, and I made those mistakes. But I think the more I've dated, the more I've understood that, like, it's a big world out here. It's 8 million people on the planet. I'm not gonna bend over backwards for one woman who's not willing to do the same for me. It's not gonna happen. I need to see some reciprocity. And I'm the type of guy, and this didn't happen, overnight. I worked my way up to this point where I just call women out. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If I feel like they're trying to take advantage of me, I'm not gonna sit here and, beat around the bush. I just let them know. And believe it or not, you may not hear from a woman. It's an off chance you may not hear back from a woman once you tell her that. But then it's always the possibility that she's gonna respect you for being frontal with her. Mm-hmm. She's gonna be like, okay, then I got, an alpha male in front of me, and I can't run those games like I've been running on, the other guys I picked up off Tinder. So, because here's what's gonna happen if you're a simp, and this is just my opinion. What's gonna happen is she's gonna use and abuse you. Mm-hmm. And then she's going to get in another relationship with a guy who has boundaries, who's not going to put up with that. Mm-hmm. But anyway, that's all I got for you today. Yeah. Like the video, get in my comment box, and I'll talk to you all soon.